This is the best Casa Amor ever.
Yeah, and I'm so scared.
Yeah. Apparently I speak like Mr. Bean and I'm really awkward.
I saw the kiss. Not really a French kiss, is it?
No! Go, Mehdi!
Hi guys, it's Jodie here from OGE, back with another Love Island chat for you, and we're going to get straight into it because oh my, do we have a lot to talk about. I've got Mehdi and Mal in the studio.
Hello.
Hello.
It's so good to see you both. You both look so fresh.
What?
Have you managed to have some rest or?
Well, I think Mehdi's had some rest, but
She didn't.
not gonna lie, it's been like a 3-day bender, but I'm just chilling now. It's midweek. But me and Mehdi gonna party soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll show
yes.
him how to party.
So how are you feeling now that you're out?
We had such good feedback, and one thing that will always stick with me was a comment that someone made in the airport to Mehdi.
Yeah.
So nice. This man came up to him, gave him a big hug, and said, "You're so intelligent." I just thought, what a nice compliment.
That is
It
such a
was,
nice
yeah.
one. And
Gosh,
how are
that was
you
my
guys
shoes.
like adjusting to kind of like all the comments and stuff?
I mean, like, I've been really lucky, and I genuinely haven't had like anything negative said about me. I think it's just like the dance, and yeah, honestly. But this is the thing, though. I've never been one to care about what people say about me, anyways.
Yeah.
So like, even if I did read something, I just take it as a joke. Like, I know everyone will say apparently I speak like Mr. Bean, and I'm really awkward, all this stuff, and I was like, that's hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
I always take it. I don't know.
Take it on the chin.
Always take it on the chin, like, because you just know
Yeah.
that it's a reflection of them. If they're saying something nasty, it's something that we trigger in them that makes them feel away.
Exactly.
So I've never been one to really care.
Yeah, and for me, I get a lot of comments. When people see me in the streets, they're so nice. I get nice comments
Yeah.
too. And for the negative comments, I don't really pay attention to them.
Now, your dumpings were quite shocking. We weren't expecting it. It was a big plot twist. Were you shocked on the night?
I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked. I think I was like smiling, like, oh yeah, okay, accepted. But for me,
Yeah.
for you, that was we all were shocked.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh.
Yeah, I felt like everybody was shocked for mine.
Mehdi, did you think that you were dumped because the argument had just kind of been shown?
I feel like people were rooting for Whitney and I, and then there was like a misunderstanding between Whitney and I, first of all, and then with the viewers. So definitely, I think this didn't help me. But at the end of the day, I know what's in my heart.
And was it hard to leave Whitney?
Yeah, it was definitely hard because when you are in a couple and we resolve things that day, it was hard. Bittersweet memory because I'm glad I left on a positive note with Whitney. But you know, as I said on other podcasts, I can't wait to see the dates on the outside, you know? Yeah.
And then did you see her getting upset when she'd left as well? Because that was so sad. I
Even my
know.
parents called me for this one.
So
Did
sad.
they?
Yeah. Very, very hard because it was literally a few days before I left that both Winnie and I let us guard down. And, you know, I realized in the later date that I liked her and she liked me, so it was hard. Yeah.
So sad.
I know.
It is so sad.
Yeah. And because I was the only one that saw her vulnerable side,
Yeah.
she showed it only to me. And I was like, oh, I'm not here.
Got goosebumps.
So-
I know,
yeah.
it's cute, innit? And I feel like we didn't have enough of you in there. Like, you were in and then you were out. Did you feel like you just went on a quick weekend
Well,
holiday?
see, this is what we discussed. And actually, that same day that we got dumped, me and Sammy were pretty much being like, yeah, I'm for you, you're for me. But it wasn't shown, I
Yeah.
don't think. But you know what? Like, I don't mind. It was a holiday romance for me at the end of the day.
Would you feel like you were just settling in and then it was
Yeah,
like, right,
absolutely.
time to go?
Absolutely. I was like, oh, crap.
Let's talk about your cat.
Oh, yeah.
You're dancing. I feel like you were just in the villa, and the next thing it's like, right, okay, go and dance now for all these boys.
No, that's what my mates were like. They're like, you could not have been in a worse week. Like, and
swear.
honestly, I remember I was like, oh no, this is my worst nightmare. I am traumatized. But no, I have watched it back, and obviously, like, see, and even Mehdi, you were so cute. You're like, come on, man. I was like,
Because I just knew and I was like, we need to support everyone, you know?
Yeah.
you can see the fear in my eyes.
I mean, it's terrifying,
I've never
right?
been to the strip club, and I've never had men dance on me. So I was like, oh. Even I think they asked me after, they were like, are you okay? You looked so scared. I was like, I was scared.
Oh.
She was like a kitten. in the streets.
Literally. And you had a fun time in that challenge, didn't you?
Did you have a fun time watching it?
I was living my best life. Like that is literally the episode I look forward to every year. But you had a good time. I mean, the kissing multiple people, was that just because you wanted to win, or
So,
Of course.
First of all, yeah, I wanted the boys to win, and I watched the episode, and something wasn't shown.
Yes.
what?
I kissed multiple girls because one of the girl kissed me. I'm not gonna say who.
Yeah.
You have to find out.
Dun, dun,
Right?
dun.
Yeah, I got kissed by someone else.
It
and I
was
like,
me, joking. It wasn't.
and a girl kissed me, and I was like, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't shown on TV, and now everybody's like, why did you do that?
Yeah, weird that.
Yeah.
Right, but wait a minute, because I'm trying to remember. There was a lot going on in that challenge,
Yeah,
so you
too
know
much
we were
going
a bit flushed. But did you not kiss everyone?
I kissed 4 girls.
You kissed 4.
Catherine
Okay.
for her birthday,
Happy birthday!
Happy
then Jess,
Yeah.
Leah, and Whitney.
Let's talk about the fallout after that then.
So basically, I always said to Whitney, a challenge is a challenge, and she always said to me, a challenge is not a challenge.
Okay.
So it was like each day around during the challenges,
Yeah.
but after this one, I was like, never again, you know, because I understood how disrespectful it could
Yeah.
be to her.
Yeah.
And then I listened to everything she had to say to me, and I apologized, and I said to myself, now a challenge is not a challenge on
Yeah.
me, because we have been together for like almost 3 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
set some boundaries. And after this challenge, I understood completely. Yeah.
And I feel like you and Whitney had so many times where you just laughed together, like, and I loved
did.
it so much.
They
Like you
were
just
so
bounced off each other so
cute.
much, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
spent the day laughing,
Yeah, you did.
singing,
Yeah, you did.
dancing.
And that's what you want in a relationship. And I feel like
Yeah.
a lot was showing of maybe the more negative, but it was like that's when it's passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you see the other side, like when we're there all the time, I was like, oh, it's love, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm French
Yeah.
with Moroccan heritage.
Yeah.
So my blood is very hot.
Yes, fire!
Yeah, so when I do things, it's with passion.
We're Scottish as well, so we're also
Oh,
very
very
fiery.
I know
Yeah.
my Scottish family, they understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my relationships
Yeah.
are passionate, friendships,
Uh-huh.
etc. So not surprising we got to this point because it's only with passion that you get there. Everything was addressed with Whitney. We're fine. I said sorry for everything
Exactly. You have to be.
she addressed to me. She said sorry for everything. And the thing, in our last conversation, I said to Whitney, I think we reached a point where hearing each other is not enough. We need to understand each other.
Yeah.
And then we made a step forward. And yeah, with Whitney, I mean, I said since I was young, I always wanted to call my daughter Whitney.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Because I grew up in my household listening to African American artists.
Ah.
And Whitney Houston was one of them.
Whitney.
Wow.
And I always wanted to
amazing.
call my daughter Whitney.
Oh, it's
So-
like fated. I got
Yes.
again goosebumps.
I told her, so when we received the text and I saw Whitney, I was like, I'm waiting.
No
I'm waiting. And then she arrived.
because that was like a wee sign for
Unreal.
you.
Yeah, and then she ticked the boxes like, well, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
She was my type.
Of
and just her
course.
personality. So
Wow.
it was natural, you know?
Oh.
It was natural. It was meant to be, you know? I
100%.
don't know where it's going to take us from there. And as I said to her, maybe at this point in time, because I was dumped, I was there
Yeah.
to teach you a lesson. And she
Yes.
told me one. And we'll see on the outside.
Love it.
I
Yeah.
love that. And
Yeah.
for you then, so
Uh-huh.
you and Sammy had a conversation that you were basically kind of almost closed off for each other. You
Pretty
wanted
much,
each
yeah.
other.
It was very much like this is for you, you're for me kind of thing. But you know, I'm not gonna wait for him because like I respect him like to carry on his journey.
But then he said to you that he felt like the connection with you was much stronger than the time that it
Yeah.
had been with Jess. But then he was cuddling and kissing Jess in bed.
you know
Or
what? I just think he's young and like
Yeah.
in that situation, I mean, you would do the same. Like you're just put in with beautiful people. So like I honestly I was like, yeah, it didn't make me feel that anyway. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough, go on.
and was he the kind of only one for you, or did you have your eye on anyone else?
You know what? I said it yesterday, but like I genuinely didn't fancy anyone else. So I found it really hard to kind of play multiple people at once. So I only did have a connection with him, yeah.
And Casa.
Oh.
Casa Amor. Let's talk about it. Thoughts on Casa Amor?
This is the best Casa Amor
Yeah,
ever.
and I'm so scared.
Yeah.
I'm so scared for my
It's
friends.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's great.
Oh, I thought you meant you're scared because Whitney. Did you see last night's episode?
I did watch it. I did
Okay.
watch it. I feel like she needs to find her possible connection.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I saw the kiss. Not really a French kiss, is it?
No.
Mehdi!
Love
Yeah.
it.
And do you think that like they've got the same banter that you guys had?
No, because ours is
Oh.
unique. And she'll
Yes.
get a different one, and we'll see it blossom in the following
Absolutely.
episodes, I believe. And I'm rooting for Whitney. I just want her to be happy,
I
to
know.
be honest.
Of course,
But-
as you do. Like,
But she's in the show right now,
Yeah.
so I have to
Yeah.
root for her.
Are you guys okay watching Casa
Oh,
then?
yeah.
You're like,
Yes.
it's fine.
Of course, I have my popcorn every
Yes!
night.
You're one of us now.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So finally then, Whitney,
Yeah.
are you waiting for her?
I said I was. So,
love
yeah.
it.
And
Good
Whitney's
man.
family have been in touch with your sisters?
Yeah, they texted me.
That's a good sign.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Whitney told me about her family all the
Oh,
time.
so
So,
cute.
yeah.
So no matter what happens, you're still going to try and wait.
Yeah, definitely. We need at least a date
Cool,
on
yeah.
the
Oh,
outside.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
so different from being in a
Yeah.
villa.
Where are you gonna go on your first date?
Paris.
Bicycles?
Oh, well, what? Because
Tandem.
Richie was in Paris looking for you.
Yeah.
Apparently, I
I
don't know if you
saw
saw
that,
that.
That's so funny.
She'll
Yeah.
find you.
Looking for Mehdi.
Right, guys, you have got more interviews today, so I'm going to need
Yes.
to let you go. But
Thank you
thank you
very
so
much.
I've
So
loved this
fun.
so much. Mom and Mehdi!
Thank you very much.
Thank you.